Finding yourself again after a massive life shift takes time, and so does forgiving the person you were when you were just trying to survive. Hi, this is Honey, and you are listening to the Honeycade podcast. Recently, I've had the privilege to meet a 25-year-old incredible woman, and we're going to call her Fatima. And with her full permission, I am going to share a piece of her journey with you today. Back when Fatima was still 19, she was balancing college classes, the graveyard shifts in the BPO industry, and she was also serving the youth in her community. Her life took an unexpected turn when she became a mom. She said that she faced the pregnancy bravely despite of the heavy judgments of the people around her. And she also made the decision to step away from college so she could focus entirely on working and providing for her child. The real trial, however, was when the baby was born. Fatima found herself slowly being swallowed by postpartum depression. She knew in her heart that she loved her child deeply, yet for some reason, she felt completely blank and numb. Day after day, as her baby cried, Fatima would sit beside him crying as well. She's totally overwhelmed and unable to process what's going on with her baby and what's going on with her own mind and body. Postpartum didn't just pass in days and weeks, the months turned into years. And the hardest part wasn't just the physical healing. Fatima just felt like she completely lost herself. She started to be plagued with regrets of how she handled the darkest times of her life. There's an explanation for what Fatima experienced, this postpartum depression. Neuroscientist Dr. Lisa Feldman Barrett discusses that when our brains are overloaded with chronic stress, massive hormonal shifts, and sleep deprivation, we experience something called a body budget bankruptcy. To stop that catastrophic energy failure, the brain forces extreme cost-cutting measures. This conservation of energy translates directly into symptoms of severe fatigue, loss of motivation, social withdrawal, distress, and depressed mood. In that state, emotional numbness is the mind's desperate attempt to protect itself from completely burning out. Before we move into the next part, if the story has already resonated with you, I would really appreciate if you take a quick moment to hit that follow and subscribe button and share this episode to someone who you think might need it. You can listen to the Honeycade podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcast, or YouTube, and you can connect with me directly on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Sharing these episodes will help ensure that someone out there who feels completely invisible gets to hear that they're not alone. Going back to Fatima's story, she said that as the years went by, she slowly began to fully heal. She said that she can feel her mind and her body cooperating again. She has done this through steady and daily endurance, and she is grateful for her partner for supporting her in raising their child, that she had time to take care of herself again. So Fatima intentionally moved forward one step at a time, one diaper change at a time, and one graveyard shift at a time. When I got home after meeting with her, I received a message from her. She was thanking me for the books that I gave her and the time we spent. And she also shared a reflection that I found to be both deeply vulnerable and breathtakingly beautiful. This is her message. The person I am today simply knows things that the person back then didn't. I wish I knew then what I know now, but I did the best I could with who I was. That, my friends, is a realization that captures the core of self-compassion. We so often torture ourselves by judging our past survival decisions with our present-day wisdom. But true healing happens when we extend radical grace to ourselves, acknowledging that surviving the storm was victory enough. And then we find healthy ways to lay that past version of ourselves to rest as we acknowledge and accept that now we know better and we are better. Although Fatima and I initially agreed that I'm going to give her one book and her choice was When Breath Becomes Air by Paul Kalaniti. It's a devastatingly honest look at life's unexpected detours and how we make sense of our finite time. I also gave her The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho because I wanted her to remember that just like the main character Santiago in the story, all of her trials and detours and delays is really preparing her and leading her to be who she was meant to be. I honestly left the coffee shop feeling like a proud big sister because I heard how she fought through an incredibly dark valley and emerged in this place of acceptance and strength at a young age of 25, and I still see so much life in front of her. Today, she's back in school pursuing her college degree in psychology, and she's taking the time to rediscover her passion so she can turn her lived experience as a legacy for her son. Fatima's story is a great reminder to all of us that our past struggles will never be a disqualifier for our future. Thank you, Fatima, for trusting me with your story. I am rooting for you every step of the way. And to anyone who's listening who is currently on the thick of their own survival mode, please be gentle with the person that you are right now, because you are actually doing the best you can with who you are, and eventually this will turn into wisdom that can help make you a better person in the future. If you're holding on to a story and you just need someone to listen, my DMs are always open, and it will not be content unless I have your full consent. And if this episode inspired you today, I would love for you to stick around, so hit that follow and subscribe button, and feel free to share this with a loved one or a friend. Until next time, take care of yourself and have a good day.